I'm Cathy Spurr from Halfpennys and I'm a workers' compensation lawyer. The main cases are probably back injuries and psychological injuries. Also seeing people after injuries and after the process has gone into dispute. And that's often because people haven't followed proper procedures in terms of looking after people who are injured in the workplace. When a worker is injured, looking after their needs, helping them to return to the workforce and making them feel wanted and valuable in their return to work. In terms of workplace safety, some of the things that are really difficult in the Northern Territory is the distances that need to be travelled, the difficulty in getting medical support because often medical treatment needs to be obtained from down south rather than from within the Northern Territory. What people can do about safety is to be proactive about it and think about and plan about what they're going to do prior to accidents happening. So undertake risk assessments, think about the way procedures are and what sort of results those procedures are going to produce. It's really hard to say how safety legislation will change. In the past there's been a move towards mutual recognition across Australia, and whether all the states will continue with that uniform law progression is hard to say. So currently there's a no-fault system in the Northern Territory, and what that means is that if you're injured at work there's a pension-based scheme. There's return to work obligations and full payment of medical expenses. There is a review underway which certainly seems to be targeting specific slashing of those benefits, which I think will cause a lot of trouble for workers and employers who will have disgruntled workers as a result. Currently, in terms of personal injury, you can't sue your employer, but you can sue a third party. So if a third party is involved in a workplace accident, you can sue them. You have to establish negligence, and in order to get a payment for permanent impairment, you have to show that you've got over a 5% permanent impairment. So pain and suffering is now finished. You can't obtain money for that anymore, but you can obtain money for your loss of wages and your medical expenses and your permanent impairment. The advice that I would give to a worker who is injured in a workplace is firstly to report it, seek medical treatment and make sure that there's a record of everything. So keeping a daily diary, specifying events that happen as they happen is a really useful tool to have if things progress to litigation later.